Hello, welcome back to Solo Pro Tips. Tips for the Solo Pro. I feel like one of those YouTube guys every time I say that. God, I can't believe I let y'all put me on the internet. Alright, well, the long-awaited video on credibility. You know, if I was out to do this for the money, I think I would save a video on credibility for last. I don't expect I'll get a whole lot of love in the comment section today. My views are going to differ from what you may have heard from someone else or seen on some random Facebook forum or any other forum that you've been involved with. Building credibility and being professional. I'm starting with this because this is sort of what I start with whenever I'm mentoring a new technician. This is where I would advise anyone to start if you're just getting in this business. Such an easy business to get into, and personally, appliance repair has changed my life so much. I love it so much, and I think you will too. So let's get down to it. And before I begin, I just want to say we all come from different backgrounds, and some of you guys are going to hear this and think, you know, I don't care if, the same as someone not calling you on your birthday. You know, I don't care if you don't call me on my birthday. Well, someone else does. And someone else might be one of your customers. So, you know, let's not just assume because you don't agree with what's being said here that it's not ideal, the ideal profession. Alright? And that's what we're going to be taking a look at here. And look, I know a lot of us do come from different backgrounds, and I'm certainly, as far as I know, the first business owner in my family, and I've done quite well for myself, and I'm grateful for that. And I think a lot of people getting into appliance repair because of the ease of getting into it and the low sunken cost or how much it'll cost you in the beginning to get into it, I think that's going to attract a lot of people. So, and I just have some ideas here to discuss with you guys. This isn't some AI generated script or anything like that. Believe me, you guys would know. Alright, I promise you 9/10 of the people watching this video probably know more than I do, especially when it comes to any kind of formal education. So let's just start off with a couple of free things, such as an email signature. Alright, email signature is something for free that you can do. You'll find that you'll have to send and receive a number of emails. You should have an email set up for your business. Even if it's a Gmail, don't worry about it. We all start off with a free email. But make sure you have a custom email signature. It's free. You can learn how to do it on YouTube. And with that, you're going to need a logo. You're not going to want to be paying people for this sort of thing. You can download Canva for free and build it there. I use Canva Pro. Having your own system like Canva to make logos or make your advertisements for Facebook or whatever you're advertising on is going to be way worth it. For the cost of paying for just one or two advertisements or a logo, you can have Canva Pro all year long, and it's easy to learn. I'm not a computer guru at all whatsoever, and I have been able to sit down on Canva the past few years, and I can do all kinds of stuff on there now. So get acquainted with Canva. That's gonna. I'm not being paid by Canva to say that. That's what I use. Alright, that's what I recommend you use. Just get Canva. Alright, you don't have a ton of expense to start doing this. To me, a more professional thing to do is if you don't have a ton of funds to work with and the marketing budget, that means don't be paying people to make logos and ads for you. Make them yourself on Canva for free. You don't have to have a pro member to use it. You can just use the regular membership. Absolutely free. Use their gadgets and gizmos. You could, in one evening, pretty well learn how to use it. There's 1,000 YouTube channels, okay, that'll teach you how to do stuff on Canva. That it's incredible. That's actually how I learned. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos, and then I went and tried it out myself. Speaking of having Canva, you can develop a website on Canva, and that's a big pro for credibility, is having a website. I, again, not being a computer guru in any way, shape, or form, digital marketing, graphic design, none of that, man. None of that in my background at all whatsoever. I was a repo man for years. All of this can be learned on YouTube. Alright, and maybe I'll sit down and show some guys how to do it one of these days. I'll figure out how to do all this on my big screen back here or something, but I've met people who just assume they can't because they don't already know how. And if that's the mindset that you're coming into business ownership with, it's not going to get you far. Okay? Set your sail. It's the same wind that blows on all sailboats. It's the setting of the sail that determines the destination of the sailboat. Alright? It's the same wind that blows on all of us. Set your sail. Don't be afraid to come up against some obstacles, and just go over them as you come across them. Work your way right through it. Okay? You can build your website on Canva. I think there might be a free version of website building. It will end, I believe, in canva.com, but it's still a website. If you want a website, I'm a pro member, so keep that in mind. $20 for a custom website address. Alright? $20. No one can build you a website for $20, but you can build your own website for $20 a year. Okay? So don't go getting stingy with the pocketbook over $20, and don't be afraid. If you want to work for yourself and you don't want to work for somebody else, don't be afraid to spend a lot of early mornings and a lot of late nights learning how to do this. Credibility is the most important thing that you carry with you on every single job that you go on. Your credibility is what's going to decide. It's going to be the deciding factor whether or not a customer calls you or not. Okay? No customers, no calls, you're not going to be in this business very long. So, credibility. Website. Alright? You can do it very cheap. It's the 21st century. Another thing you're going to want is a lot of good 5-star reviews. Just a couple of pro tips on getting reviews in the community. The first thing I want to tell you is it's hard. It's hard to get reviews from people. 3 out of 5 customers are going to tell you that they will leave you a good review and then forget 5 minutes after you leave. Okay, don't get mad at them. We're all busy people. We all got things going on. You leave and the dog knocks over the food dish on the way out, whatever room they locked them up in, and now there's a mess, and it's just, things happen. All right. Pro tip number 1 is asking for the review. If you don't ask for it, they may not give it to you. They're a lot less likely to give it to you if you're not asking for it at all. And once you learn how to use Canva, I have a QR code on my business card that I give to customers that they can directly leave me a Google review. It'll take you straight to Google, and you can leave a review, and that's free. You can do that for free. All right. Same with Facebook. The next pro tip is follow up. I replaced the fan in your refrigerator. It's working now. It can take 5+ hours for the refrigerator or freezer to get cold again, I think some manufacturers on older refrigerators recommended 10 hours you wait. But let's say 5 for simplicity. Well, you know it's fixed because the fan's running now. The customer don't. The customer is not going to know it's fixed until the next morning when, they got ice and the freezer's cold. Something practical that they can touch, feel, or see. So you call the next day. If you're busy the next day, that's fine. You call the day after that. Within 2 or 3 days, okay? You call. Hey, is your fridge working? The freezer getting cold? Is your washing machine spinning? Is it draining? Everything's working fine, no weird noises. You talk to them. And you tell them, hey, I need a good review. Can you help me out with it if you think I did a good job? Mention my name specifically if you don't mind. That is where you get your reviews. And what I'm telling you works. When you do that follow-up conversation, you text them the link right then and there. Okay? This next part is going to sound like it's doing too much, but it works. No one's ever complained. Not a single person's ever complained, okay? If you still don't get the review on that follow-up conversation with the texted link, can't forget that part. One of two things. First, if they're old and they're not following what you're trying to get them to do, this happens. I've had older folks leave reviews and on my businesses in random places that I don't even use before. Things happen, okay? Just you'll be there one day. Understand it, forgive it, move forward. This may feel like you're doing too much, but if you still don't have that review and it's someone who you believe knows how to work the technology involved here, a couple days after that, resend the link and ask a third time. 3 times for a review. Hey, they don't give it to you that time? Don't push your luck, okay? 3 times. Ask everyone 3 times. Not only have I proven that this works myself in my own life, I have discovered that other major companies use this tactic of asking 3 times for a review, and they wouldn't do it if it didn't work, okay? It does work. So have that link saved to your phone. Be ready and able to send it out to the customers and ask for that review on the job a day or 2 later, and if you still don't have it, a day or 2 after that. So in 1 week you're going to ask for it 3 times. That's it. If they still didn't give it to you, well, charge them an extra $20 next time you go out. Speaking of texting your customers, an early mistake that I made on my very first business, and for my own, because I don't come from business, I don't come from money, I wasn't aware of everything out there that I could have been utilizing. Go get you a free Google number on your phone. Have the ability, especially once you get to a certain point, to say, you know what, it's the weekend, I don't work on weekends, let me set my voicemail and turn my phone off. Especially if you're a family man. If you have kids, a wife, you got things going on, or you're doing this part-time, you don't want customers blowing you up all the time on your primary phone. It's a mistake. I personally don't like customers having my number because they will call me at hours that I don't want them calling me. If I'm sitting on my couch watching some slasher film and I'm 9 beers into it, I do not want to talk to my customer. That is the last person I want to talk to, okay? That's not the vibe I try to put out there for them. And you just don't want that kind of deal going on. And Also, something to consider about that is these days, because your actual phone number is out there in so many places, some customers may track you down. If you're selling appliances, try not to sell them out of your house for the same reason. Customers will show up at 9 o'clock at night trying to buy a washing machine from you. You've already had a couple beers. You're just trying to relax. You're not trying to work right now. Money's good. Have the ability to step away from work, or this is going to wear on you, because people's appliances break 24/7, 7 days a week. So have that ability. A Google number, you can set your voicemail and set it to do not disturb. It'll stay turned off all weekend. Hey, if you want to work weekends, that's fine. You're doing this because once you get yourself established and customers are calling you nonstop, when you are ready to take a break and you don't want to be disturbed by customers, you're not going to have that option if they have your cell phone number. Okay? So be thinking about that. That's a mistake that I made. You want to be present in the community. I work in a small town, and we're going to go further into how that's helped me be in a position where I've been able to help other technicians. I've had over an hour drive between customers. That's not uncommon here. I would say the average is probably 41 minutes, if I had to guess, would be the average. That's helped me learn how to make as much money as I can, as quick as I can, from each customer. And we are going to go into how I do that, but believe me now, it starts with building credibility. Your credibility, both at work and off work, that's your silent sales pitch. Alright? If you want to make money and upselling customers and things like that, which you can do in this business, a lot of money to be made in it, your credibility, that's your silent sales pitch. You don't need a sales pitch. All we do when we sell something is we just tell them the truth. They either need it or they don't. They'll either buy it or they won't. Okay? We don't pitch no sales pitch. Our sales pitch is silent. It's in credibility. Okay? Keep in mind when you're being present in the community. For me, small town, if I go to Walmart, I might bump into customers that I saw that day or last week. I don't remember everybody, but don't let bad habits destroy your credibility off work. If you are drinking 9 beers and driving to your local Walmart and you bump into a customer and you've got bloodshot eyes and slurring or whatever you might be doing 9 beers into it, don't do that, because any credibility that you built up with them at that point is all going to be washed away because you did something pretty bad. Drinking and driving, you don't let them bump into you at the store and you have an odor of substances of any kind. Be respectful of the community. Make sure you're following community laws. We all come from different cultures. What's okay in your community may not be okay in my community. We're all different people. But my advice is that if you are out in public, maintain some professionalism. If it's Sunday morning and I got to take my work truck, which is wrapped somewhere, all right, I don't really get in my truck in a pair of shorts and no t-shirt or, looking ragged, homeless. I don't do that. If I have to drive my work truck anywhere, I will either put on my work uniforms, which are very nice, or at the very least something like what I'm wearing now, just a more casual, but I don't look like I'm a rob you when I show up to your house. Okay, I'm not walking around in a pair of flip-flops, for example. Don't do that, by the way. Matter of fact, we'll talk about uniforms right now, because I was on Facebook one afternoon and a guy posted a picture of a warranty repair at his uncle's house or something, and The guy shows up in flip flops, a button down shirt, like a Hawaiian shirt style, and just looked like he was at the beach. Didn't look like he was here to work on a machine, on an appliance. Okay, keep in mind we are dealing with sharp edges. We're dealing with plumbing. We're dealing with electrical. There's a certain amount of safety that you want to have on hand, and closed toes shoes are at a minimum. You know what you're going to want to be in. I don't see any reason to show up in a pair of sandals at a customer's house for anything. I don't care if you're there just spraying the roaches. I mean, don't do it. That's a bad look. And yeah, you know, a lot of the comments were other technicians, our fellow brethren of the craft, saying, "Well, did he fix it?" You know, well, it's more than that. You know, you can fix something and look like you're homeless, but you are not building up credibility if you plan on making any additional upsells, which is how you make more money in this business. If you don't plan on offering them more services, then you know what? Sure, you got a customer to call you one time, go out there and blow the gig. But if you want that customer to keep calling you back and you want them to refer you to other people, don't go out there looking like you're going to an Afro Man concert, smelling like you're going to an Afro Man concert. Don't go out there in your favorite Metallica shirt. Alright? Comb your beard. You know, slick your hair back like I do. And present yourself. Your presentation is your silent sales pitch. You want the customer to know you're not screwing them? Well, show up in the right thing. My uniform is very nice and well put together. I mean, I've had a lot of years to think about it though, so you know, you'll get there too. I've got my logo, my name, my Better Business Bureau rating. I got stuff on there. It looks very nice. If you can afford it. Now, a really nice uniform is going to be expensive. Nothing wrong with just starting off with a polo and a pair of jeans. My first uniform was just a logo and a pair of jeans. You know, polo, logo, pair of jeans. That's and a hat that I had made. My small town out here in the middle of nowhere, we have a print shop. All right, I bet you got a print shop too. And I've recently discovered people are running print shops out of their house now. Okay, so you go on Facebook or you go on Google and you find you a print shop. You go down there and you tell them what you need. They'll give you a quote. All right, buy a couple of them at once. Don't be stingy on the uniforms. Same with the receipt books. My receipt books are also completely custom. Very nice. I've always been proud of my receipt books. They've changed a little over the years, but just as a point of reference, I use the 3 copies. Actually, no, we went down to 2 copies, the white and yellow, and it's full color, logo, all the information's on there, and all the information you may need, model, serial, everything's there. They're very, very nice receipt books. My uniforms are very nice, and if you're just starting off and you really want a good, nice tech uniform, look up the company Red Cap. All right, buy the shirts from there. I'm not affiliated with them either. I'm just telling you where you can go to buy totally legitimate uniforms. They'll put your logo on there and everything. So you go to Canva, make your logo, upload it on Red Cap, and you buy you a couple of tech shirts. All right, just go check that out. Redcap.com. REDKAP.com. It's a fantastic resource for uniform shirts and pants also. Next is wrapping the truck. I'm actually surprised at how many technicians don't do this, myself included. I don't think I wrapped my vehicle until maybe the 2nd year, maybe the 3rd year. Now my truck gets wrapped every year. My wrap has paid for itself over and over again, and it's nice. What I do is I don't typically park in the customer's driveway unless it's a real long driveway. Okay, I'm all about getting my steps in, but you know, that's it. I don't want to be putting in 20, 30,000 steps a day. If you got a real long driveway, yeah, I'm gonna pull up. But in most neighborhoods, I park my truck outside the customer's driveway, which has been to my benefit many times. And I position my truck where when that customer opens the door, they see me, my fantastic smile, my fantastic uniform, and my beautiful wrapped truck in the background, which looks totally professional. And I have safety strobes on my truck, which I would also recommend if you're going to be parking your truck on the side of the road for any amount of time. Throw you a strobe light on there, or a few. And the strobe light will, in theory, stop you from getting hit, stop you from getting a parking ticket if you're parked downtown somewhere. Or the third feature of the strobe light is that it gets people's attention. People driving by see your truck parked at John's house. Well, you know what? My washing machine ain't spinning right. So let me go ahead and give them a call too. So, you're going to pick up calls. That thing is a rolling billboard. Okay? So keep your truck nice and clean. You don't have to do the wrap every year. My wrap is light colors. It's white and blue, so it fades and it gets scratched up. Again, I work in small town USA. I see long driveways tend to look like bushes all over the driveway. Mine gets scratched up, and the sun kind of wears it out here in the deep south. You don't have to do it every year. I have the money to do it every year. But I do recommend you get it done. Okay? Just go ahead and get that done. Any wrap shop can develop a whole wrap for you and everything on site. Totally cheap. Mine cost me $1,000 a year. I don't even think it's that much. I think mine is maybe $800 a year, or $880, and I add stuff to it. So, mine's roughly $1,000. I think maybe after taxes or something. I think my first wrap, I got what's called a partial wrap. You can do this too. This should be a great nugget for you guys. Just wrap the doors. $663. Okay, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I don't know. I'm going into 10 years. And yeah, I would say my first wrap was probably 6 or 7 years ago. Yeah, that makes sense. So maybe I waited till about year 3. So $663. Okay, that's doable in this line of work. If you are doing this and you don't have the money, well, let's go into that here in just a moment, because this is a great job to get into part-time, but you should be charging enough, and that's actually part of credibility also. So the next part of credibility, when you're talking to your customers, don't ruin your great looking truck and your great uniform by engaging customers in slang talk or drug talk. That ruins it. That ruins it. You may not realize it, but your customer who cooks on their gas stove every day is awful afraid of that thing, especially when it goes out, or if it's leaking gas. All right, which could be something as simple as a door seal. Door seal goes bad, and the customer starts smelling the stuff that we add to gas to give it a smell. Gosh, that scares our customers. Anything shooting sparks, anything leaking gas, they get scared. All right, they're scared of these things. So don't, even the ones that are real laid back, great, that's cool, do not engage with slang talk and drug talk and all this stuff. Maintain your professionalism. Yes, they may call you back because you were real cool, but everybody knows deep down inside that they want a professional, especially if you're charging accordingly. Okay, if you're just real cool, that's not going to make you an extra $200. Being professional will make you an extra $200. Okay, and $200 a job is significant at the end of the day, and it's even better at the end of the week, and it's real good at the end of the year. Okay, so if you're only running a few calls a day, up your credibility, up your professionalism. Watch the things that I'm talking to you about here, and you're going to find that you can start charging more. All right, that goes back to that your credibility, your professional appearance, and how you present yourself. That is your sales pitch. It's a silent sales pitch. You're not a salesman. Your job is to tell the customer the truth. Like I said, they need it or they don't. They'll buy it or they won't. We ain't trying to make nobody buy nothing here. One thing I had a lot of luck with, both for myself in the beginning, new hires and contractors, is an on-the-job checklist. I have things that have to be done on each job, regardless, no matter who you are, even if you're a contractor that I bring in during busy season or anything, I have specific things that have to get done. So it helped me in the beginning. I had just a little checklist. I used to use a binder. Now I use a laptop bag, which has my logo on it, very nice. But for years, I used a nice looking binder that I got from Walmart that I brought into every call with my tool bag. And I had a checklist in the back of it, which is, don't forget to have them sign the liability paperwork, or giving you permission to risk scratching the unit in order to fix it, or what have you. So I just wanted to mention it. If you find that, I know that not all states will let you have a service waiver, but I highly recommend one. Okay, if your state does. A lot of us do live in states where we can have a service waiver. The insurance companies consider us to be high risk. So don't be out there thinking, hey, I've been doing this for 5 years, I ain't broke nothing yet. Yeah, me neither. Every time I hire people, something gets broken. Okay? And mistakes do happen. So if you live in a state where a service waiver is good, do it. And do it every time. Moving on from that. When it comes to advertising, word of mouth, especially when you first start, is your best advertisement. Facebook page is free. Again, going back to Canva, you use Canva, even the free version. Make your Facebook page look good. Don't know how, or you need ideas, you can use ChatGPT AI to make Facebook posts for you. Okay, just look it over. You just and don't go telling me, well, hey, I don't know how to use chat. I don't want to hear it. You can ask chat how to use chat. Okay? So that's just an excuse. If you don't know how to do something, like I said earlier in the video, if you want to be in business for yourself, especially if you don't want to go work for somebody else for 4 or 5, 6 years to learn the business, that means you're going to be getting up in the morning and you're going to be staying up late learning how to do this business. Okay? Go to Canva, make some nice looking Facebook posts, share them. One slick move that I did in the beginning is I put my wrapped work truck for sale, and it got a lot of attention too from people who had pockets. My work truck is a 2500, and it's got extra springs on it, a lift gate. I acquired it from a vending machine company, so it's been specially outfitted to haul massive amounts of weight. And people would see that, and that post, me trying to sell that truck, I was never trying to sell that truck unless someone gave me like a really nice offer on it. That wrapped truck was putting appliance repair and my phone number in front of everyone who looked at it. Okay, so that's a golden nugget there for you. The next thing I want to talk about is when you do make those posts, something that I've had success with. I've had a couple customers tell me over time they like following my page because I post informative stuff on Facebook. So I'll post tips about maintenance, things that are going on in the appliance industry, service bulletins. If you're new, you may not be totally aware of the service bulletins and service manuals and things like that, but you'll soon quickly find that eventually you run out of machines on YouTube and you're going to be up against stuff that you don't know how to take apart, and then you'll move into that realm. I post service bulletins on Facebook. People appreciate it. Informative posts. Don't just all the time be advertising your company. Put something informative out there for people to share. Okay, you'll find people share it, and it'll get you a ton of people that follow you, and everybody wants to have a guy. Everybody wants to be at work, and Lucy's appliance has gone out. Her oven's not heating, so Dan wants to be able to tell Lucy, hey, I have a guy for that. Let that person be you. Everybody wants to have a guy. Let them trust you. Something else that I've gotten a lot of compliments on from customers is a well-organized tool bag. I don't wash my tool bag. I don't know that you can or can't. I just buy a new one every couple of years. I replace my tool bag. Same one. I just buy a brand new one because mine's red. So over time it gets dark. But I do wipe down my tools. All of my tools are red. My tool bag is red. I'm not going to go in any particular brand, though I do, especially just first starting off, I recommend Craftsman. It's a name brand people recognize that has respect. Maybe not from all the tool guys everywhere don't respect Craftsman, but a lot of the people you see aren't going to be tool guys everywhere. They're going to be regular people. Okay, tool guys are more DIY, and if it's on YouTube, they probably already know to go to YouTube. But Craftsman, it's great to start off with. It's what I started off with. Craftsman, all my stuff is red. My Icon pliers are red, so that's handy. All my stuff pretty much is red. So my tool bag's red too. And I've had customers tell me that they like me and that they like that I'm organized. I've had customers compliment me several times over the years on how much more organized my tools are, how much more organized I look. Look, someone that doesn't know tools, they don't care if you show up with a Milwaukee or a DeWalt or a Craftsman or a Ryobi. They don't know this stuff. The accountant that you're going to, the fast food worker that you're going, they don't know these things. If they knew these things, they might be fixing it themselves. I don't know. I mean, I've worked on plenty of other tradesman stuff. But matching tools, matching tool bags, they do notice that. They notice that organization, and they know that it's more professional. They may not know it until they see it, but when the HVAC guy was out there with his little bag of mix and match Harbor Freight tools, and now you come out here with a whole bag of Craftsman tools, which again, I recommend for appliance repair, just at least starting off, you'll find very quickly you like Milwaukee more. But you don't need to be able to turn a screw, a quarter inch faster in this business. Craftsman's plenty and it's fine. And it's a known brand. You show up, all your stuff matches, everything looks presentable and organized. My stuff is bright because I change it out so often, and I wipe it down. They see that, they know it's more professional, especially if you're coming in after somebody else. It's such a good look. It's It's an awesome look. And customers will comment on it. Okay? So don't go thinking that that kind of stuff doesn't matter. I can assure you that it does. I once got out of the truck, walked up on a lady who told me how much more she likes me just because I had a wrapped truck and an organized tool bag. All she saw was my appearance and my truck. And she automatically was buying whatever I sold her. Another thing is have business cards. Again, a website like Vistaprint, they'll make them for you. You spend enough time in the trades and you're going to quickly identify the standard Vistaprint business card. Okay, you're going to quickly see how many people are just going with one of their pre-made templates. Perfectly fine. I did the same thing in one of my businesses when I first started. I don't anymore. Mine are very unique, made on Canva. You can make them for free on Canva. Again, I'm not paid by Canva. I'm telling you, this is going to be one of the things that you're going to need and you're going to want to know how to use. I use it all the time. But other guys will see your Toolman business card that you got on Vistaprint if you go with one of their, recommended templates, and we're going to know this is the recommended template from Vistaprint. And to me, because I have owned and own so many businesses, to me, just me, it's like an indicator that you might be new in the business. If you're well put together, literally not a factor. I don't care. But to me, it's like an indicator that this is something that could be done better. I'll have that thought. That's about the extent of it. So have business cards. Can't think of the guy's name at the moment. There was a guy on YouTube. I used to watch his videos all the time. The appliance picker, I think. I can't remember now. That guy talked about magnets and stuff a good bit. Someone did. I tried it. He was right. Customers, they like magnets. Not only do I give magnets out with my logo on them, I had a lot of success during Christmas time. I give out coupons that are magnets. You can stick them on the refrigerator. You'll get them back, pass them out again. Very cool. Very cool. And that's a really good way, giving out like a magnetic coupon with your stuff on it. It's a really good way to get a customer to call you back again. Or give it to a friend, a colleague. It's a very good way to get return business. So I highly recommend having business cards and magnets, all of which you can do, again, on Canva. When you're at a customer's house, don't engage in that lousy talk that we discussed earlier. Instead, what I want you to engage in is, does the customer need a new set of hoses? I don't care if you're there fixing the capacitor on the washing machine. If that machine's been there for 5 years and they have a 3-year hose on it, you, as the professional technician, should feel obligated to offer them a new set of hoses, preferably some stainless steel, braided nylon, whatever you got. Preferably not the crappy 3-year hoses that have to be changed out every 3 years. You're the professional there. The customer doesn't know they have to change that hose. You know what? Assuming that they're even the ones that installed it, and let's be real here for a minute. I live out in the country where people like to do stuff themselves. And my customers stay getting stuff installed from Home Depot and Lowe's and Best Buy and Aaron's and everything else out here. They probably didn't even see the package that said 3-year lifespan, because it was probably hooked up by some hourly joker who didn't have the common sense to tell them. Or It's been 3 years and they don't remember. All right. Done rear-ended somebody's mailbox and got a raise at work, and somebody's graduating. There's all kinds of stuff that can happen to you in 3 years. All right. A lot of other worries, because we don't know that many people that it happened to unless you work in the industry. It's not like a massive, countrywide issue, but it happens to thousands of people, no doubt. Make sure you offer them new hoses. If you look behind that dryer with your flashlight and you see the dryer vent doing all this, you tell them, hey, your dryer is plumbed wrong. Would you like me to replumb it? I'll do that for $100 or $120. See, these aren't upsells. You know as well as I do, the fuse in that dryer is going to go out. They're going to be paying you that much to come fix it. Alright? Customers don't know these things. It's your job as the professional, and that's what I'm talking about when I say upsells. That's what I refer to as upsells. It's really not upsells. I hate to use the word upsells because I know so many of y'all are going to hear upsell and tense up, not know really, what's going on. Everybody's like this with a salesman. A good salesman is just telling you the truth. They're just knowledgeable on the product. That's all it is. When I get a new service manual, I read the service manual top to bottom. I make sure that I'm knowledgeable on the product. I love going into customers' houses, and when they're asking me questions about an appliance that I'm not even here to service, I can answer them. I can tell them what the manufacturer recommends because I've read so many service manuals. I love that fact. To me, that's being professional. And if I see you doing something that I know is damaging your appliance, I'm going to tell you. If it's uninstalled wrong, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to offer to fix it if you pay me. I'll also tell you how to do it for free. Don't get me wrong. But that's what I refer to as upsells, or just really you're making people more offers. If you want to make more money, you have to come up with more things to offer. Okay? They're not just, I'm amazed at how many tips I get, but I mean, it's almost hard for me to say that we don't work in a tipping industry. I don't think appliance repair is a tipping industry. It's not a known tipping industry. But I gotta tell you, I get a lot of tips. A whole lot of tips. $20, $40 tips from customers all the time. So I'm doing something right. You guys might want to listen up. Don't be afraid of upsells. Don't be afraid of making more offers. Tips are nice, but when you're in front of a customer and they just paid a few $100 to get something fixed, yeah, they may not want to give you a whole lot of money, but if they got other stuff going on that you can take care of right now, it works. That's how I'm able to drive an hour to your house, because that's how my ticket averages are so high despite where I live. I don't have a ton of calls coming. I know some of you big city guys, y'all see 20 people in one day. That's crazy to me. I would be making so much money. I can't even fathom it. I just can't. I have to break people up. I go north one day, south another day. Customers don't always like that. When it's real busy, that's just how it is. There's nothing I can do about it. And we bring in people, but it's a tight shop. I'm a solo man in a van, right? I don't have multiple employees, multiple vehicles in the sense that multiple people are driving them. We have multiple vehicles that we purchase for the company. The company's actually about to be purchasing a new van. But take my word for it. I have had to learn how to make more money per call. Okay? If you don't take anything else from this, know that that's possible. Know that if you want more money, you need to make more offers. Okay, that's how that happens. All the money, I think it was Myron Golden on Facebook. I have his business book on my bookshelf. Maybe I'll let you guys see my bookshelf one of these days. Myron Golden has a philosophy that all the money you could ever want is in someone else's pocket, and they'll happily give it to you if you can solve their problem. So when you're at the customer's house, look for problems. It's a 3-year line. It's been there 5 years. Problem. The dryer snake's doing this. Problem. When I'm done at your house, before I leave, this is every single customer, I will do a walk around and talk to you about maintenance. And maintenance for a fee, anything that needs maintenance. All you can do is offer. They either need it or they don't. They'll either buy it or they won't. All you're doing is offering. You're not being a sleazy car salesman. It's something that needs doing. You're offering to do it. Okay? So, if you don't like being sold, keep in mind, first of all, you're wrong. You do like being sold. I mean, you're probably watching me on a TV or a phone. No one was born wanting a iPhone 15 or 18 or 30, whatever they're on now. Everyone, you get sold on these things as you get older. But don't be afraid of making sales. Really just look at it as you're making offers. You're being a professional. It needs to be done. It's in your line of work. You at least are obligated to mention it to them. I will upsell cleaners, and I tell customers the truth. Hey, you could, buy this at Walmart for, you can buy a little box of it for this much or whatever. I tell them exactly what aisle it's on and everything. And they still buy it from me for a higher cost off the truck. Customers will pay you to do it on the spot. So you are leaving money on the table if you are not making more offers to your customers while you're there. Offer to maintenance it right then and there. Say, I can take care of this right now. It'll be $50. You're done. I had a customer buy what I told her was a $7 pack of cleaning kit, cleaning stuff for her washing machine for $30 because that's how much I sell them for. $30. I gave her a discount because she bought the whole box. But that's how much we sell them for off the truck, and I told her how much they are at the store. She don't care. Most people don't. You can fix this right now? Great. Do it. Oh, something else that bothers me, I'm just going to throw this in. I feel like I put this in the credibility section. I feel like this kind of ruins your credibility with me. If you walk up to me and you do this. When you shake a man's hand, if you're a man, ladies, I don't know. I'm not a lady. So, men, or I guess if you disguise yourself as a man or whatever they call it, advertise yourself as a man, I don't know. If you're a man today and you walk up to another man, shake his hand firm. You ain't got to put him on the damn ground. I might have to cut that out. I don't know if you can cuss on YouTube. You don't have to put him on the ground. But a firm handshake, guys. Firm handshake. One of the first appliance jobs I ever had, I got with a firm handshake and a smile. And I know how that must sound to some of you real young guys. Probably sounds like something out of the movies, but it's true. I installed appliances for years and repoed them. And I got that job because I had a firm handshake and a smile. Willing to work. Able to work. And the guy would absolutely not hire you if you gave him a dead fish is what he called it. Giving someone a limp handshake is referred to as a dead fish. So don't be out there giving people dead fishes. I'm not saying shake everybody's hand either because that's kind of weird. But some customers, especially those of you in the South, this may be different up north. But here in the South, you'll find some guys want to shake your hand when you come into the house. It's totally normal. But don't. Especially if he's the kind of guy who wants to shake your hand, that gives out handshakes like that, definitely don't give that guy a dead fish, okay? You're going to mess up your credibility with that customer right off the top. Again, presentation is your silent sales pitch, okay? I don't know where I got that from. I don't know if I came up with that or heard it somewhere, but boy, I find myself telling that to new technicians all the time. Your presentation is your silent sales pitch, and you need to make those sales. One of the most wealthiest, biggest companies out here that I watched this guy grow from one guy in a truck to, the dude must have 30, 40 trucks on the road. And that's something he wants to do. That's not something I want to do. He said the service isn't where he's making all of his money. It's through upsells. And it's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. You'll be able to do this by yourself for years to come, maybe even long enough to set yourself up with a pretty dope exit strategy. Something that we may or may not discuss on this channel one day. But for now, you try to get into the business. Let's not go too far. For now, we need to invest in ourselves and in the business to build credibility. You'll find that you're able to do this by yourself with a couple good contractors when the time comes for a long time, maximizing your income per stop. Right? It's incredible how much money you can make through upsells. Again, all the money you could ever want is in someone else's pocket, and they will happily give it to you with a smile if you can solve their problems. Okay? If you see a problem, mention it, offer to do it, especially if it's appliance related. Which goes into getting certified. Hands down, I recommend MST, Master Samurai Tech. If for some reason Samurai sees this, he's not paying me to say that. I really genuinely like the class. I hold certifications for companies outside my state, all over the country. I have certifications for other schools. Master Samurai Tech, you can find it online. I like that the most. It'll teach you how to diagnose things. I've taken every class he has available. He also has like a Saturday class that they do. It's very official, and you also get signed up for something called appliancetology, which I love that name, by the way. And that's where I get service bulletins, service manuals. If it's not there, you can request it, and they're really quick about getting back to you. So if you're up against machines and you're finding that you can't take them apart, go get certified. Go get on appliancetology. Okay? You're going to need a tablet. Don't be trying to do all this stuff with your cell phone. You may find that a lot of your customers are older. And you may also find that older customers don't like seeing people on their phone all the time. So just get you a tablet so you can read wire diagrams and diagnose stuff appropriately. It's way more professional looking. And that's what we're talking about here, is looking professional and building that credibility. Getting certified builds your credibility. And one more thing I forgot to mention when you're at the customer's house talking to them, I was talking about don't, go engaging in less than professional conversation. Don't talk about your problems. No one wants to hear that. But say the word guarantee. Say it. Say the word. I don't care what kind of guarantee you offer. Say the word guarantee. I think I might have seen that in a movie when I was a kid. And when I wrote this down to tell you guys about it, I was trying to think, where I feel like I've heard that somewhere, but I don't remember where. And if I'm moving around a lot, it's because I bought this stool to shoot these videos. As it would turn out, the stool kind of sucks. So, I don't know. Come up with a guarantee. 30 days, who cares? Say the word guarantee before you leave their house. Say the word guarantee. You want to be a professional? Say the word guarantee. Guarantee something. Guarantee something. Say the word. If you left a customer's house and you didn't say guarantee, they might not call you back. And that's a true fact. Okay? I had a guy tell me that I was the only one that guaranteed my work. And I had a guy tell me, I was on the phone with him, told him my service call does apply to the labor. And he told me I was the fourth person he talked to, which I don't know how because I'm the top ranked person in my area. But anyway, that I was the fourth person he talked to, and I'm the only one that actually said the service call goes towards the bill. He said he assumed that it does, and I wouldn't lie to you guys, this is true stuff. He said he assumed that it does, but I'm the only one who said it. 4 people. And I got his business that day. So make sure you don't leave out anything. It's not going to be obvious to your everyday customer. The If you go work for a big company like McDonald's or Microsoft or something like that, one thing you're going to notice is everything has been dumbed down to the level of like a sixth grader. Maybe less. They want to make sure everyone's got it. Don't make any assumptions that when Tracy calls you, she knows how to give an accurate explanation of a noise she's hearing, or that your service call goes into the labor. Okay? Trying to land customers here. So say the word guarantee when you're at a customer's house. And something that I think customers like, that I do, I mean, it's a work day. I've already talked to 6 or 7 plus customers before I came on here and started making this video today. I thank customers for their business. I thank customers for their potential business. Okay, thank you for calling me. I have a habit of helping people over the phone if I can. I don't mind giving you the answer. I'm expensive, so I mean, hey, some people will pay for it, some people won't. But I don't mind. I have fixed hundreds of machines. It's definitely triple digits. Hundreds of machines over the years for free over the phone. Don't care. Because when they have something going on, and you know it's a little too much gas or a little too much electricity, and it makes them uncomfortable no matter how easy it is, they're going to call me because I helped them out in the past. And I know that for a fact because I've had so many people call me and tell me, you told me how to fix it over the phone last time. Happens all the time. You tell the customer thank you for their business. And you ask for the business again. Don't just assume. The credible, professional thing to do is to thank them for their business and tell them that you would love an opportunity to earn their business in the future. Especially if you plan on following my advice about asking for a review 3 times. Ask your customer for their return business, and you'll get it. You'll get it. You absolutely will. You know, people are so tired of trying to figure out where the manager's taking their smoke break while they have to stand at Walmart for 40 minutes trying to buy some deodorant behind a glass cage. People are tired of this. And The Millionaire Next Door, I think is the name of the book, the A1 garage guy, Next Door Millionaire. He, I believe in that book, talks about people are going to be returning to small businesses like ours because of how big business treats people. People are tired of this stuff. The greeter at Walmart, well, the greeter at Walmart really don't greet. Mine don't. They got like 4 or 5 of them up there, and I guess one lady says, "Hi, welcome to Walmart," but for the most part, they don't. They're really just checking your receipts on the way out, if they bother to do that. Ask your customers for their business. Don't be afraid to ask for it. You're not being, I don't know, I feel like the culture kind of took a lean towards this don't be such a yes man thing. This is your business. You better yes man this business is yes. Yes man this business as much as you can, man. Don't be a fool. This ain't about being prideful. This ain't about, you're not lowering your self-respect by asking a customer for their business, maybe. Look, it was good talking to you today. And if I can help you out in any way in the future, I'd love an opportunity to earn your business. Okay, my name's Thomas. Customers love that, man. They eat that up like cake. They love it. Love it. All right? People love that stuff. Stop acting like they don't. Acting like that's... I don't know what the heck you people think it means these days, but people don't do it. That old-fashioned customer service still works, man. It still works great. I use it every day. And my phone don't stop ringing from other technicians asking me for help all the time. Other people wanting me to come out and fix their stuff, okay? Where I live, y'all should be doing circles around me. So show some gratitude to your customers for their business. Appreciate them. Tell them you appreciate them. Ask them for a good review. Ask them for their future business. And I know some of you are going to disagree with some of the things that I've said here today. If I had to guess, particularly on the whole don't be cheap and get you a uniform topic, and I do sincerely hope that I've explained myself as well as I can. Look, I wrote a book. It's on Amazon. It's called Micro Gains for Service Techs. That's what it's called. I'm not trying to sell you my book here. If you think I'm trying to sell you the book, don't buy it. Don't buy it. I don't care. I put that book together in a few months. Just commonly asked questions. Things that I see, really. And I wanted to make some points. I didn't even send it to an editor, and I can't spell. I have a South Louisiana education. So, it's not the best book ever. The one I'm writing right now, I had no idea this book was going to sell as much as it does. The one I'm writing right now is going to be so much better, guys. If you bought that book, I apologize. It was just something for me to point to. If you would like some pro tips, this is what I sell, things like that, you know. Had no idea it was going to do as good as it did. So I hope that I didn't leave too many misspellings or anything like that. I hope y'all can follow it. It's my first book, so don't judge me. But there's some good ideas if you want to check that out. If you want more about what I'm saying now, I make some good points. That's all I'm saying. It's all about points. I'm not trying to sell you a book. You care less. The book does plenty well by itself. So if you disagree, or if you have more ideas, it would be really, really nice of you to comment it below if you have ideas. If you disagree, well, I don't care. But comment below if you have more ideas to add on to what I said. Or if you do disagree and you feel the need to comment, disagree with me in the comments. And I don't know, maybe you'll say something that changes my mind. Maybe you'll impress me. Is that it? Are we done here?
Yup.